Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hey everybody, how are you today? Did you have a good week? Well, today is June 9th, 2017, and I'm with Sunny Margolis, and also with two friends of mine who have been on the show before. And have you ever had experiences with synchronicity? Like, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and it's 2:02, or like every night at the same time, or you look at your watch? Like, I'll tell you what happens to me. Like, for some reason, I'll look at something and it's 8:21, and that's my birthday, and I get it all the time. So we're going to find out today about 11:11, which so many people have asked me about, which I really don't completely understand, but I'm going to learn along with you guys. And I have Heather and Jason Michael Powers, my dear friends who have come back to share their knowledge with me and with you and with us. But you guys, I didn't know you have a show called 11:11.
We do.
And so give them the fingers.
Oh, the fingers. I'm going to give you the thumbs right here, right?
Oh, see?
There's the thumbs right
Thumb
there.
you guys.
That was my birthday gift, excuse me,
Yes,
to myself on this last birthday.
Oh,
I used to send people pictures. This was my 11:11 blessings. I had this JPEG I would send over and over to people, just 11:11 blessings. And I thought, one day I'm going to do that. And
so it's synchronicity, and it's synchronicity about what? Please educate us.
It's multi-layered for sure.
Okay, well, start KISS. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Well, there are, the simple answer. There is a synchronistic world that we live in. The universe is speaking to you, always speaking. Einstein said, either everything has meaning or nothing has meaning, right? I believe that's what. So if you choose to see a universe that speaks to you in symbols and signs and wonders, 11:11 is one of those among many.
And all of our Char visionaries believe in this.
Beautiful. And I'm sure many of them are going, oh, I
We
know
get
this, I
signs,
see this.
Like you see
Right.
a license plate, and you ask for a message, and you see a license plate that gives you
Sure.
the answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it is a path of opening, and it continues to open.
But why the numbers 11, 11? The number twice.
Well, that I think we should talk about that in a minute because it's a pretty deep.
Okay.
There's layers of it, and it seems like when I was Googling today, just wanting to kind of see what people are generally saying about this. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's like make a wish." It's, it's this opening up to the synchronicity of life. A lot of people don't even live by synchronicity at all.
So
And
does it mean we're in the right place at the right time, or?
It can.
It can when you're
It
noticing
can.
it. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Many times too. For me, when I began my synchronicity journey when I was waking up, 11:11 wasn't the first synchronicity.
Was it?
For me, I saw my birthday for years, which was
I'm
6/22.
still there.
Yep. Saw that a lot, and then all of a sudden, for me, when I really started waking up, it was the zeros. I saw zeros before
Really?
I saw 11:11, but I saw 11:11 really when we started connecting.
It
Yeah.
usually
The
happens.
two
People
of
start
you?
connecting. They
Yeah.
go, I get so many messages that people go, oh, I was just thinking about you. I saw 11:11 today, Jason.
Yeah, but you guys, Jason and Heather, are like more than soulmates. I don't even know what you guys are, but they're so connected, and they counsel people on love and relationships and communication, but which they've talked about on the show, and we'll have them back to talk about that again because God knows we need it. But I do. But anyway, so finish. Sorry, so go on.
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
Well, I feel like what I'm being guided to share is that how it even came to be, right? Like why did 1111? Because I had no idea. I wasn't paying attention to numbers prior to the towers going down at 9/11. Okay.
you're reading my mind because I know. Don't get mad at me, you guys, for interrupting, because sometimes people get mad at me, but
I don't.
no, not you, but my visionary people. The other thing I see is 9/11.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't just see my birthday. The other thing I was going to say I see is 9/11. I hardly ever see 11/11.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a big
So
one.
that was the
9/11 is a
first
big one.
time of noticing for me, I mean, besides, I think, the only three-number combo that I think I had etched in my consciousness at any point was the number 666. You knew that this was a bad number, right? But when the towers went down, I started paying attention and started paying attention to the clocks or paying attention to addresses. And then I started noticing 1111. And I talked to a friend of mine, and she said, you might want to look that up. And so I put 11 and I was blown away because everything that I was seeing was going, oh, this is what's happening in my life. There was this awakening happening. So what 1111 for me, I believe for both of us, it is kind of a time prompt code to go, wake up. There's more than what you think. You're getting a little tap on the shoulder. And there's an amazing book called The 1111, The Time Prompt Phenomenon that I brought. We could read something if we had time, but there's also a book
We
called...
can make time.
There's a book called 1111 that I was gifted to on 1111
Powerful book.
by Solara. I was called when I was in Vegas at 1111. And so there's this divine alignment that happens that it can take you down a rabbit hole.
Can we tell everybody what happened today?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Today, Heather texted me about something about the show, and I texted her back, and then they took a picture of the screen, and it was 11:11.
We both did,
AM.
independent of one another.
They both
We
did,
were at a
independent of one another, and I was like, I didn't even notice it.
but now you will.
Now I will.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's really interesting how synchronicity works, and especially the numbers, because it's almost like when you entrain with certain people, you now kind of get into a stream where you start seeing those numbers more often. And they all have different codes. I mean, there's things that you can look up on the internet. There's one that's really helpful sometimes, kind of early on when you're getting into the flow of this. It's called Joanne's Sacred Scribes. And it talks about the different angel numbers, whether it's 444 or 555. And it's, your guides are giving messages. So take note of what it is that you're thinking in that moment, because if you're seeing it, there's, something's
But you
wanting to
saw
speak.
11:11 when you two started coming together.
I had seen it for many years prior to meeting Heather.
And I hadn't. That was the first time that 1111 was even in my field. I had the other, like I said, the
birthday
zeros.
and the zeros.
Yeah. Yeah, I was seeing the clock almost throughout the day, on the hour, like at least 4 or 5 times a day.
That's crazy.
And then I would see triple zeros. And I came from this Christian background where synchronicity is no part of that at all,
No.
So I really, I had no clue what was really going on until we connected, and starting to tune into his realm a little bit more, and it just amplified like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what examples, like, give us an example of when you saw 11:11 and if it was like a major happening in your world at the moment.
That's a great question. So I brought this book called The Phoenix Rising. Now this is important because currently Heather and I are the producer and director and perform in a group called The Phoenix Rising with this amazing teacher. Her name is Yon Miao, and you can see for the viewers, Yon Miao, book called The Phoenix Rising. And I was the music director for a radio show called Awakening Code Radio that was built upon 1111 Awakening Code. I became a content creator and admin of a Facebook group, international group that's grown from when I joined it back, in 2006, maybe 25,000 to now almost 700,000 internationally of people going, why am I seeing 1111? And so it's an awakening. And so
So
I
it's
just
an
wanna-
awakening. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I just want to add to that on the way here. The Awakening Code Radio actually shared that we were going to be on here, which they don't generally ever
Right.
share
Thank you,
any of our
guys.
stuff.
Yes,
Thank you,
Colleen.
Awakening Code Radio.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so it was amazing that they even picked up on that.
And you happened to turn it on, and you heard it.
Well, they shared it on Facebook, and we
Yeah,
Oh, on
they just
Facebook.
posted it.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of way it works. This is a good example. So Yuan Miao was introduced to myself to get her on the radio show, right? And so we're having dinner, and she tells me, "Oh, have you read my book?" I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, you look in the preface." And she says that there are a very important date was the second date, which was 11/11/1999, when she, at a midnight revelation, told me to put down all my involvements in China and travel to America, by who she believes is Kuan Yin, who she believed was told, "I'm supposed to go to America," and it was 11/11/1999. And here she meets Mr. 1111 of the Awakening Code. We have a
Whoa.
dinner, and she goes, "You know what? I think you're supposed to help me put a team of musicians together to go to the East and do music." I've never done that, Char, ever in my life. But I knew that I could feel my whole body lit up on fire. I was like, oh my gosh, this feels like a date with destiny. And so what the 1111 is a dance with destiny. It really opens you up. If you pay attention, it will
Okay.
guide you to amazing destiny.
1111 is a dance with destiny.
I think it's also a frequency. Like I would explain it as, those matches for what you're equal to in your experience, and something that is a desire where it comes and it's, coded with that. We often have opportunities that will come up where we look at something and evaluate it because we see the coding or the messages or the numbers that are connected to it. And so it's a definite awareness that this is in a divine flow. We need
It's
to
a
really take note.
universal connection.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not just a personal connection.
Definitely.
Because I know a lot of times I'll get personal messages that are synchronicity.
Yeah.
And so, I'll ask a question to my spirit guides, and I'll get an answer by music, or a vision in the clouds will come, or something, so a license plate, something. So this is more universal. You guys at home, how many of you, please Facebook us and tweet us and ask us questions. Tell us about what your experiences are with 1111, because that means you're connected to the universal energy. Tony, do you get 1111?
I actually get my birthday
You get your birthday.
all the time.
Tony and I are in the same place.
I think a lot of people do. I think it seems to be like a place where synchronicity, that kind of the number awareness begins for a lot of people.
I never get my birthday.
You don't.
You don't?
I've never. We talk
You
about. I'm like, I
don't.
see her birthday always 6/22. I'm like, my joke is around the house. If I see in the clock, if I see in the car, happy birthday, hon. But I don't. I'm 7/6. I do not ever
So
see 7/6.
These guys are cancers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
happy birthday to both of you
Thank
very
you.
shortly.
Thank
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a cusper.
You're a cusper.
I'm a cusper, yeah.
But what I want to share is that I was never noticing those numbers, and it opened up a communication with the universal force.
Right.
The universal intelligence. Everything is frequency and everything is vibration. Everything is in numbers if you really understand it. And the universe is speaking to you. And so it's like I'm kind of like a Neo, kind of I can
Like-
see the matrix in a
like
sense.
the dimensions and the
Right.
quantum physics and
Right.
It can go deep.
See,
Yeah.
and you're a musician, so you're very connected with numbers.
A little bit. I don't see music. I hear it audibly.
You hear
I
music,
don't see it.
But you know how to read music, and
I do, and it's really interesting. The more I've become aware of this kind of language, because it's, it is a universal language that transcends our literations in English or any other, forming of language. So there's, numbers and geometry and.
but do we know why it's 1111? Like, what does that come out to? Like numerologically,
Well,
that comes out to 4.
that is that's a great question, because there are so many combinations of numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
We're going to have to ask Glynis McCann when she comes. She's going to be here in a couple weeks.
for me, and this is take what you want and leave the rest, right? I believe for us now, this is the gateway, which is the divine twins. The masculine
Okay.
and feminine balance.
Okay.
The pillars, right?
Right.
And so when those two combine, you have a gateway. When you have divine union, and so this goes more into our work.
Yeah, but it also you guys work together. But you know what it reminds me of? Khalil Gibran, what Khalil Gibran said that in relationships you need to be like two pillars
Yes.
holding up a building where there's freedom to go in and
Right.
around them.
Right.
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 And that's
I
the
always
infinity
loved
loop.
that analogy.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful dance that we do.
It is. I think it's been really interesting just as we've gotten deeper in our own spiritual journey and our own awareness of the ancient texts that referred to, numerology and astrology and bringing it all together. And the theme that continues to be a thread, the deeper you go, is that it's the balancing of the inner male and female. When two come together, there's an alchemy that happens that is exponential. It's not just two
And when
beings.
when do you remember the first time the 11:11 dawned on you when you went, "Oh my goodness, it's 11," like today with me it went, "Oh my goodness, it's 11:11 on the phone." They both sent it to me. It was crazy.
You know what? I think it was shortly after we started connecting, actually. I hadn't been really specifically aware of it, but I do remember sometimes in my apartment, both in the morning and the evening after we had started talking, where I saw it and I was like, had no idea the rabbit hole that it would actually go down. But yeah, it certainly opened up a whole.
Can you guys see this? Can you see the 11:11? I don't know. Here, put it in front of the camera because that's what they sent me. They sent me 2 pictures, but 2 photos.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I mean, that happened today.
And that's a beautiful white heron out at the
Yeah.
lake shrine.
So beautiful. But the other picture's so beautiful too. It's it's them hugging and kissing. Was this at your wedding?
That was our
That
wedding
was,
on top of the mountain in Peru.
Wow.
See that? Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing to relay about it, I mean, it can be.
Wait, I want to know who sent the bird and who sent the lovers.
I sent the bird.
I sent the lovers. Yeah.
I could have guessed that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, it's really talk about the white heron because
Well,
it's really
again, this is how it evolves to the white heron in symbols. So like when in the native path, they would have totems. So we see totem like, oh my gosh, I saw a deer the other day, or I saw quail, or I saw whatever it is. And so the white heron is connected to an ancient Egyptian deity known as Thoth, which is an ancient, for those who are connected to the Egyptology, Thoth is an intelligence, right? So when Thoth shows up as the white heron, there's a message for you.
Okay, I got goosebumps. You're really teaching me because I just moved somewhere part-time. And I'd never seen a white heron in my life.
Okay.
Is that a crane? A white heron and a crane?
It's sometimes called an egret.
An egret. It was
Yeah.
an egret.
Yeah, which they're very similar to the white heron, right?
say
Yeah.
hello to Thoth. Yeah.
So Thoth.
Say what?
Thoth.
Thoth is the energy or the being, the consciousness that the white heron is connected to.
Can you? It's hard to say.
Thoth. Yeah.
Thoth.
Yeah, Thoth.
Thoth.
But what it is that, and I'll share this because I think, so when I started noticing numbers, I started noticing other things, such as symbols, such as the fleur-de-lis.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, the fleur-de-lis. Can you guys
So,
see that on his
if you can
shirt?
see
I
that.
don't know that you can see it on his shirt. You can.
Kind of, I mean, people know what the fleur
I
is,
have
right?
I have coffee cups in Michigan that are fleur-de-lis.
Do you? Of course
I
you
do.
Of
And
course-
plates.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
But not intentionally. I
No.
just
You're a
they were
soul
blue
family.
and
They're
white.
beautiful designs. They've been
Yes.
around for a long,
They were
long
blue
time.
and white. They matched the kitchen, and I wanted them.
Right. They're gorgeous.
And they were from Target. They were cheap.
Oh, they always have
They're
the
very
best stuff
French,
ever.
right?
Yeah,
They
they're
give you-
French.
That's what the fleur is mostly associated with French
But
design.
they're beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is a fleur de
So
lis
the
mean?
fleur de lis showed up as a time, and I've already been noticing numbers. So I'm having this reoccurrence with the fleur everywhere I go, and the fleur has been around for a long, long time. I'm going, what is it? I'm in my my prayer time. I'm going, what do you want to show me? Why are you hunting me?
Why?
And so I asked the question. You ask why, you're going to get the answers. So I start searching, and it goes back to a long time ago. But the fleur de lis really is the divine balance. It's the triune nature of spirit, right? Body, mind, spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to Egypt. They had the lilies were the three. You'll see the three in the clover in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the threefold nature of the cross. I mean, the three in
It's the divine
many.
Yeah.
body, mind, spirit.
Correct.
Or
Father, Son,
Father,
Holy
Son,
Spirit. I mean, you'll
Spirit.
see
Spirit.
it
It's
over
It's the
and
two
over.
shall become one flame, one. Yeah.
Right.
The Mother, Father, Son. It's the triune nature of who we are, right?
Yeah.
And so here the fleur showing up, and it was that year I could almost, if I would have put money in Vegas, it was the year when I asked the question. The New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl, and their emblem is the fleur.
Oh.
So this was, I'm going, okay, I have a relationship with the fleur that I'm going to continue to uncover. And so when I met Heather for the first time on a Skype call, I looked behind her, and she was on this throne of this chair, this kitchen chair that was her parents'. And I said, are those fleurs behind you?
Oh my goodness.
And I knew, pay attention.
Oh, yeah. It was
Wow.
The universe is speaking. This is somebody you need to ask more questions and get to know more, because we weren't sure what our relationship was at that time.
Wow.
But
By the end of the call, we did.
at the end of the
You
prayer, yeah.
I
knew.
think we both had a very deep.
There was a strong,
inkling
like,
going,
wow.
This is beyond.
Okay, so then when we see the same numbers over and over again, when we see 1111, and we always get signs. I mean, we get signs from our loved ones in the spirit world. We get signs from the universe. We get signs from for our guidance, to give us guidance to know that we're in the right place at the right time, and that we're protected. So the 1111 is more like connecting to the universal energy and become oneness with the divine energy. Is that what that is?
It is to remind you are one with the one.
Yeah.
That you're one with
definitely
the one.
oneness.
Yeah. Ultimately, simply put, I think that it's the ultimate master number, and you'll see it in sacred numerology. You'll see it in the golden mean. You'll see it in various
What if
geometric.
someone's birthday is on 1111?
They're very special.
They are?
Yeah.
I've known. No, I mean, it's. I
Well,
don't
there's
know.
a coating on it. There is. There's actually a precious little one that came, Aurora, that came into the world a year ago on 11/11/11
Oh my gosh. I'm having a deja vu.
at 11/11.
You had a deja
I'm
vu?
having a deja
He's
vu
having
right
a
now.
deja vu.
I'm having a deja
now,
vu.
a deja vu, that means like you feel like you've experienced this before. It means you're in the right place at the right time. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
that's
like the
also
11/11.
It's like
Yeah.
synchronicity.
We've already had this conversation, yeah. But Aurora came in as a very special little being. A lot of these crystal children that are coming in now, their
Yeah.
blueprint, their coding that they have is so karma free. There's, they're coming in without the filters that we're having to clear in our generation. And so these little ones that are coming in on these coded dates, such as 11/11/11 at 11/11.
So here we are. It was. Now this is where
This
people
gets
can start
beyond, yeah.
spinning your head. So, our dear sister Unity Grace, who we love and adore, she called us, said, "Please come with me to Full Circle Venice." It sits on a bed of rose quartz, and it was 11/11. It was November 11th, and we went and we did a prayer ceremony, a water ceremony. We had a lot of people from Standing Rock, and Aurora was there on her first birthday, who was, as Heather said, born in 11/11 at 11/11. Here was this divine alignment. We're in this core circle holding this prayer for this space, for what we're doing. And so there's this divine, cosmic, universal alignment that is happening. So
That's amazing.
it truly is. And it's like we're not, and this doesn't happen because we're trying to.
No, it just, the universe brings it in
Right.
as a sign to
Right.
you.
Right.
But was she born at 11?
Yeah.
11?
11/11
On 11/11?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Who
It's
is this kid?
really profound.
Aurora, beautiful.
Where is she?
She's out in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, she's.
What are her
she
parents
and
like?
Her brother.
Do her parents understand?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these,
That's
children,
magical.
It's,
Totally.
It's beyond. A lot of these kids that are coming in, to parents that really do understand and understand what a responsibility to really nurture and guard these little ones
without
from,
ego, with
Exactly.
pure healing and
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these dates too now are a gateway. We do a lot of ceremony. We're called to a lot of ceremony on these gateway days, whether it's 12/12 or 11/11, where we're working with that universal energy intentionally to bring about healing, to bring people together, to really focus on, a common intention in meditation, but using these energies, because everything is energy. We're just
Everything is
learning how
energy.
to direct our focus.
What do you do? What do you do in those ceremonies?
Do you wanna
We
share?
sing.
Do you
We
sing?
sing,
You
we do all
both?
kinds
Do you
of
sing
things.
together?
We do.
We do. We
harmonize
chant
together?
together. We tone together. There's sacred tones.
Sometimes there's, we work with the indigenous traditions of building wheels, calling in the four directions and calling in healing and forgiveness work. And it just really depends on what we're being asked to do. There's water blessing ceremonies. There's,
It's not strict or rigid.
Yeah.
It's organic, but it's definitely heart-based.
Guided, definitely. by
Be
spirit.
prayer, song, some ritual.
Yeah.
And do you find synchronicity while you're doing it? Like things happen
Yes.
while you're doing it?
Yes.
Big time.
Like the universe saying, you're doing the right thing at the right time and we're all
Yes.
here and
Yes.
go for it.
Wonderful
Rah,
question.
rah, go.
Yeah.
Sisagumba, go for it.
One of our last, and when we say ceremony, I could bring up and conjure up different things, but it was prayer, it was reading, it was tearful, it was
a lot of
forgiveness.
forgiveness.
And so it's ceremoniously, and we have a little spot out in nature that we love. We call it our little fairy glen. And it's a little creek, and it's got some ducks, and there was these little duck family. It came with two twins.
Aw.
Two twins.
Just mama and two twins.
Mama and two twins, and she was
Sweet.
just taking her ducks to go get the moss, and we do our work, and there was this red dragonfly,
Oh, how beautiful.
right?
Yeah.
This red dragonfly that would not leave us alone. It kept swinging back, and it was just like, I wanted to come back. And so we know now, look up red
That's one
dragonfly.
of your signs.
Right?
Yeah.
Look up.
Powerful.
I've seen it show up at various other times.
And what did it mean?
All about rebirth and transformation. The dragonfly, as I was reading a little bit more about it this week, lives for years under the water, submerged, and doesn't even have any idea that
You're
it will.
kidding.
No, and they feed upon like the
What's it
leaf
called?
trash.
It's called what's it called when it's underwater? A nymph.
A nymph. It's a nymph for
Really?
years. And then all of a sudden, and it goes through this process of shedding and shedding and shedding layers. And all of a sudden, one day, it just realizes it can get out from under the water. It's the only insect like it that can actually survive underwater without coming up for air.
That's amazing.
So it comes up, and the very water that it was submerged in, once it's out of its last layer, inflates and becomes the hydraulics that propel the wings. And all of a sudden it realizes
so it can
it's
go
able to
through the
fly.
water like
Yeah. And it like comes out fully, the wings just spread out, and it realizes, and now its life is flying.
so that's definitely a symbol.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're metamorphosizing into
You
dragonflies.
are.
flying, yeah. To
Okay,
fly into
so-
our highest life.
When somebody, like I know people who are watching us now are saying, or listening to us, are saying, okay, what advice can you give me when I wake up at night at the same time every night, or when I look at the clock, it's always 000, or it's my birthday, or whatever. What would you say to them?
Well, I would say first and foremost, take a breath and take a moment of gratitude.
Oh,
Yeah, take a moment of gratitude.
what a good idea.
Thank you. I think because you're being spoken to by a universal loving intelligence that's trying to connect to you and tell you, to remind you of something, to give you a message. but then just get quiet and listen. I think there's so many people I talk to that get, oh my gosh, I saw the numbers and I saw the numbers and I saw this and I get that, but they're still struggling in the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so what this ultimately, my even reason why I would even want to share this is not to get all fanciful and, oh my gosh, this is so magical.
Right.
There's a miraculous world behind the magical world. And
There's a message.
There is a message. And so it's to take a moment and go within and go, what is the message? You have the answers within. Just listen. And if you're seeing the same numbers, look it up. Like Heather said, go to Joanne Scribe. She's a wonderful resource of these numbers.
Joanne Scribe?
Yeah, Joanne Scribe.
Joanne Sacred Scribes. You can just Google it and say angel number 444 or whatever, and it'll come right up.
And see if it resonates. It may not resonate, but because nobody has your
Okay,
answers
so
except
next
you.
time you guys see the numbers, take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
Have a moment of gratitude,
Yeah,
or
and
maybe
then-
a few moments.
Yeah.
We're all pretty blessed.
And think about what you were thinking about, maybe what you were dreaming about. If you woke up, what was the dream about?
Right.
You know, where were
What's
you?
the message?
You know, what were you just thinking? A lot of times, if you keep happening, what were you just thinking about just before you saw that number? And then, you know, eventually this will become a big dot-to-dot game, and it's fun. And this is all a game of peekaboo, remember who you are.
Right. And you know what's so beautiful about this kind of synchronicity is that, and you know this, like often it'll be at those moments where you're feeling kind of at your breaking point or on the edge.
Yeah, and
When
you
you're
need a
asking-
sign to
you
say, don't
do.
worry, everything's going to be okay.
You
Yeah.
do, and I can't tell you how many times for both of us. And now it's just fun because they're getting outrageous. You know, the way that it comes in, it's like,
Because it's like the more you feed it,
yes.
the stronger it gets. So you're feeding the
Absolutely.
energy
Yes.
of positivity. You always want to feed the positive energy.
That's
always,
right.
not the negative, always a
That's
positive.
true. Whatever we focus on really does grow.
Just love that negative. Just love it back home.
Love it back to where it came
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you gave us some really good tools to use today about synchronicity and to embrace it and work with it and understand it. Now, you guys also do a lot of counseling with relationships, right?
We actually, we just are on our second round of a class that we've been doing with couples, mostly couples. We have some individuals in as well, but it's called Awakening Love Within, and it's been so exciting.
How do we find you? How do people get in touch with you? How can they come and see you? What do we do?
Just go to Awakening. No, I'm sorry. Go to I've got Awaken. OneLoveAndGratitude.com, which is ONE.
Is it up on the screen? I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
OneLoveAndGratitude.com. We have tons of amazing things going on there, from our Awakening Love Within course, song engagements we're going to be singing this weekend.
Where? Tell us.
In the high desert at the Center for Spiritual Living in Apple Valley.
How great.
Yeah, we do a lot of that.
So on Sunday morning?
Sunday morning. If anybody's out there in Apple Valley,
In Apple Valley, you guys. And
Come
what's
see
the
us.
date? What date is that?
that'll be June 11th.
June 11th?
Oh, no.
Another 11.
Yeah. Yes.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
So lovely. You guys are so gentle, kind spirit people,
Mm.
friends. I'm so blessed to have you here. You calm me down when I talk to you guys.
We love you, Char.
Love you so
I love you guys
much.
too.
I want to let people know on Facebook, actually, if you tune in,
Yeah.
we have an 11:11
Oh, yeah.
Monday morning broadcast that we do. That we'd love to have you come. It is growing. It's a growing community. We have amazing guests. We want you to be one of our guests.
I will be there.
Yes.
Okay, so 11, tell us how
It's
people
on
can
Mondays.
watch it.
If you go to Facebook, if you go to One Love, which is ONE and Gratitude, go to that Facebook group. That's where we broadcast
Wait,
from.
one, the number one,
Right.
Uh-huh.
and then
OVE.
OVE. Oh, you're a pun
I'm
with the
clever,
one.
yeah.
Fun with the one.
one. Pun with the one.
Yes.
Okay, so one,
One
OVE
and Gratitude.
and
All
gratitude.
spelled out, yeah.
And that's on Facebook.
And it's on Facebook at what time?
Mondays at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Monday, 11:11 Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. Will you come back?
Of
You have
course.
so
Love
much
to.
to share, and
Of course.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I get healed every time they're here. Was it Sunny fall asleep?
No.
Likewise,
Sunny loves
we
you
love
too.
We love you
Okay.
guys.
Well,
Love you,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
We'll see you again sometime
Okay.
soon.
Okay. I can't wait till next
Yeah.
time. You guys, don't go away, because do you have FOMO? Fear of missing out? Well, you will miss out if you don't come back. Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done. It's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's Char. Well, many of you have asked if I teach psychic intuition, and I do. Everybody has a sixth sense. Everybody has an ability to prevent problems and attain goals in their lives. And I'd love to teach you. Just go to char.net, CHARNET, and join one of my classes. And call Nikki, and she'll help you out. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Hi. If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. We're back. Okay, guess what? I'm going to do a live reading and talk to dead people. Okay, so I'm reading for someone named Dean, and I do not know Dean. Hi, Dean.
How you doing, Char?
Good. It's good to talk to you. I can't hear Tony. What should I, oh, can I, oh, are you sure? Okay, but can you hear? Okay. Okay, Dean, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's much better. Okay, great. So nice to meet you. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's my pleasure. Have you ever had a reading before?
Never.
Okay, then let me explain to you how this works, because it's really a creative way of thinking that my messages come to me. I feel things, I hear things, I see things. I'm like interpreting another language. And my biggest responsibility is being as accurate as I can possibly be with interpreting what's being given to me. So I just need you to think on your feet. When I give you an initial, if you could just say yes or no. Sometimes they call me the alphabet soup psychic, because I get initials and names and I put the sounds together and I figure out who we're talking about. But once we get started, it usually just flows. Now, if more than one person share the same name or initial, if you could let me know this, your messages will go more smoothly, but it's not logical, because someone living might have the same middle name as someone deceased first name or something. So just try to remember. And if I say the name, then you can repeat it to let me know I'm right. But the more that I can give to you, the better message you're going to get, okay?
Okay.
And I always say a prayer of protection, because we always want to make sure that only goodness and love and God is around us, guiding us. We ask the universal consciousness and God that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Well, I'm getting a few things now. I'm getting, is there another D or Dean beside you or just you?
Just me.
Okay. And is there somebody that's an M or A initial?
M or an A? Yes, there's an A.
Is the A a female?
Yes.
Is it spelled A-N
No.
or A-M?
Oh yeah, A-N, yeah.
Is there an Ann or Anna or Annie or
Angie.
Angie? Okay. Yeah, just say you're close. And who is this?
That's my sister.
And she's living?
Yes.
And then do you have a parent deceased?
Yes.
Is this your dad? No, it's your mom. Is your mom deceased?
Yes.
Or are they both deceased?
They're both deceased.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I'm going, no me. And is there a J?
Yes.
Is your dad a J or your mom?
My dad.
Is he spelled J-O?
Yes.
Like John or Joseph?
Yes.
Okay, his spirit's with you. Were you able to say goodbye to him?
No.
Does this frustrate you because you weren't able to say goodbye, or did you have unfinished business with him?
I had some unfinished business.
I feel like he's apologizing to you for not being a father, quote, like a father should be. You understand this, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
And I feel like you're a sweet, kind, good man with a big heart.
Exactly.
And you're always giving to people and trying to heal and help people. You're always there for everybody. But you're woven from a different cloth than your dad. He wasn't like that. He had issues. Did he drink at all or drugs?
I didn't really know him a whole lot. He left when I was young.
Okay. Well, bottom line is that he's apologizing for not being there for you. And he hopes you'll accept the apology so he can start elevating his soul. Who wore uniform? Who was in the service around you?
Well, I have two stepsons, and then my dad also wore a uniform.
They did. They wore a uniform like as a policeman or a just
service members?
Pardon?
Service members.
Service member. Okay, yeah, okay. Because I see uniforms. So you have two sons who are in the service now?
Two stepsons, yes.
Two stepsons. Okay. Did anyone go out of the country? One of the stepsons.
Yes.
Did anyone go to Afghanistan or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And are they back?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, just keep a white light of protection around them. I feel like they'll come back, but I can tell everybody gets nervous.
Yes.
And did they send you a video of them playing ball?
No.
Do they play football or baseball in the desert? I mean, I know they're working and protecting, themselves.
I don't really know.
Huh?
I mean, they haven't sent us video. No.
Okay. I'm for some reason I'm seeing them playing ball in the desert, like finding time to relax, finding time to take a time out.
He could be.
And then they're showing me a S or C person.
S or C?
Or K or C. Is there a last name like this or?
K. There's a K.
Is that a first name K?
Yes.
Is that a female? Or that's a male K?
That's a male K.
Is it K with an E in it?
Yes.
Like a Ken or Keith?
Kyle.
Kyle. Who is that?
That's my stepson. It's in Afghanistan.
He's in Afghanistan. Okay, I feel like he's okay, but I feel like did he was he sent there more than once?
No, just once.
He might be sent there twice.
Okay.
And then they also there's an EL or E or L. L?
Okay. There's an EL. Yes.
EL female?
Yes.
Like an Ellen or Elizabeth?
There's an Elda.
Elva?
Yep.
Is that your mom?
It's my grandma.
Oh, your grandma. Is she deceased then?
Yes.
But you were closer to her, right?
I was close to her. Yes.
Did she help raise you?
No.
Okay. Was this your mom's mom?
That was my mom's mom. Yes.
I feel like she's here with your mom. I just don't know your mom's name, but they keep showing me an S or C. So I don't know. Is there a middle name S or C?
No.
What about around your wife or?
Yes, there's a C.
Is she a C?
Yes, not my wife, but her sister is.
Is her sister CH or CA?
No.
But C. Is
Yes.
there an N in her sister's name? N?
Yes.
Like Cynthia or Cindy or Connie?
Yes. Cindy.
Cindy. And she's living though, right?
Yes.
And is your wife close to Cindy?
Yes.
Is she worried about Cindy?
Sometimes, yes.
I don't know. I see you guys helping her up. Helping her. Like helping lift her up or helping her.
Okay. Yeah, we always are thinking about her.
Yeah, I see you helping her. I feel like you and your wife really, like you found a real connection with each other. Like you found like a soulmate.
Oh, yes.
You
for
guys
sure.
are very special together.
Yes, we are.
Now, they're also showing me a B or R person. A B or an R.
There's an R.
Is that a male or female R?
Female.
Is it R-O,
Yes.
like Rose or Roberta? Or
Yes, it's Rose.
Pardon?
It's Rose. That's my mom.
That's your mom. And she's deceased, right? Your mom's
She's
deceased.
Yep.
Yeah, your mom's here with her mom.
Okay. That makes sense for
And
sure.
they're watching over you.
That's great.
And they're happy about your life. And who had cancer though? Did one of them have cancer?
No, my wife did.
Your wife had cancer.
Yep.
But they fixed it, right?
Yes, they did.
Was this breast cancer?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like they got it.
That's great.
Yeah, I feel like they got it, and I feel like your mom and your grandma, like I feel like your wife did not know one of them or did not know them.
That was my grandma.
Your grandma, but your grandma is very is fond of her. She likes her. Are you the one that has a truck or an SUV or
Me or my wife?
either of you?
Yes, we both do.
And is there a motorcycle or a little car?
Yes, there's a motorcycle.
Are you the one who rides the motorcycle?
Yes.
And when your stepson comes home, does he ride the motorcycle too?
No.
Who does not wear the helmet?
Sometimes I have not wore a helmet, yes.
Okay, well, from now on, you're going to start wearing that helmet.
Okay.
That is a stupid law they passed. Are you in Michigan?
Yeah. Yes, I'm in Michigan, yes.
It's a stupid law they passed.
Yes.
You're going to wear it from now on, and your wife keeps telling you need to wear it.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
But make sure if the boys, Kyle and make sure they wear the helmet. Now, did you get a change around your work or something like positive coming around your work?
There's been change at my work, yes.
Can you ride it out?
Yes, I could.
Are you frustrated about it?
I sure am, yes.
I feel like you should just ride it out. I don't know if there's a new boss.
There is two.
Yeah, I feel like they don't really know what they're doing yet,
That's exactly right.
and you know more than they do.
Yes.
But you can't
This
tell
this
them you
is
know
great.
more than they do because they'll.
Yes, I told him today.
Yeah, but you can't get mad about it.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
Okay, that's good. Just tell them that you're there to help them. If there's anything they need, you're there to help them
Okay.
because they need you actually more than you need them.
That's makes sense for sure.
So my feeling is, you have a decent salary there and you have good benefits.
I do.
So that's why I don't want you to leave. I know there's this part of you that really wants to get out of there. But I feel like you need to my gut feeling is to wait it out.
Okay.
So, and also, is there someone else who passed away, someone younger?
Yes, there is.
Is that family to you?
It's not family, but it is like family.
There's a younger person here. I didn't give you their initial, though, right?
Not yet, no.
It's not the same as anyone else?
No.
And not the last name or first name or...
No.
Is there a P or T in that
No.
name?
In the name, a P or a T?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I know them. And there's not an L in that name. Or an M or N.
There's a M.
Is it start with M or it's in it?
Starts with M.
Is it like a Mike or Mark?
Yes.
Michael?
Mike. Yeah.
He's here. He calls you bro or I don't know. I feel like he wants you to know he's okay. Do you feel guilty about him?
No, not at all.
Okay, you shouldn't. He's saying you were really good to him.
We had a great relationship.
Yeah, and he loves you and he watches over you.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, he's only a thought away. And when you dream of him, it's like a message for you. So don't ignore the dream.
That makes sense.
He came in last because he was the first one you really wanted to connect to. Or one of them.
One of them, yes.
Yeah, besides your mom and your dad, right?
Yes.
Were those the three people you were mainly wanting to connect to?
There was one more.
But I didn't give you their initial.
Not yet.
And there's not a J or G with that person.
There is a J.
Starts with J?
Yes.
Is that a male?
Yes, it's a male.
Is it spelled J with an M in it or an E?
There's an E.
Like Jeffrey or Jerry?
It's Jerry.
He's here too. Who's that?
That's the owner of the business that I work for. He just passed away.
That's why he must be in here telling you to hang in there. Don't leave it yet. Did we get did we get all four people you needed?
Yes, there's one more.
Okay, I think we don't have time. They just said we got to go, but the four main ones we got, right?
Yes.
What did you think of your reading?
Oh, it's absolutely right on like perfect.
Well,
it's good.
I have to be honest. You're easy to read for because you have a pure, good heart, and it's always easier for me to read for people who come from a good place. Thank you so much for trusting me. Take good care of yourself. Everybody at home, if you're interested in having a reading, you can always go to char.net, char.net, and always remember to listen to your intuition. It will take you places logic never could. Bye-bye, everybody.